Hey everybody, this video is going to talk about finding the final amount in a word problem on compound interest. So we're already told that we're going to be compounding, so we're going to be using one of the a equals either PE to the RT or a equals P times 1 plus R over N to the NT. But let's look at this a little closer. Suppose that $2,000 is loaned at a rate of 11% compounded quarterly. Okay, so we're not compounding continuously, and it's not simple interest. So that means we're going to use the formula A equals P times 1 plus R over N to the NT. Okay? Now we want to find the final amount owed after 7 years. So we're taking out a loan. The P, or the principal of the loan, is $2,000. And the rate at which we are getting back is 11%. Or we're owning 11%, because we're taking out a loan. So this in written decimal form is 0.11. N. What is N? Remember, N, you can go back and look at the introduction to compound interest problem, but N is the number of compounds, we'll say, per 1 year. So quarterly, what does that mean? That means 4 times in 1 year. So N in this case is 4. And what is T? The time in which we want to find out how much is owed is 7 years. So we take our equation A equals, this is the amount we're going to owe, P, or 2,000 times 1 plus R, which is 0.0 or 0.11, over N, which is 4, times N times T is the power. So this is 2,000 times, when we take 0.11 and we divide it by 4, we get 0.0275. So this in the middle is 1.0275 raised to the 28th. We end up getting $4,274.85. Well, 8536. The decimal keeps going on. And it says don't round anything, so we're not going to round any of this in between until the answer, and then we're going to round to the nearest cent. So if we take out a loan for $2,000, and this loan has a rate of 11% and is compounded quarterly, after 7 years, we have more than doubled the amount that we owe back, if there are no payments made. That's quite a bit more. So this is why understanding compound interest is important.